Israel has not lost a single war since the country was formed in 1948. They fought around 17 wars since 1948 and they won outrightly 14. A couple of wars ended in stalemate. Israel fought with almost every neighboring Arab country. That included Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, then Jordan, then they also fought with Egypt, one of the strongest Arab nations. They won each and every war. All of their rivals were much economically much more stronger than them. Numerically, the Arab armies were stronger than Israel. Weapon-wise, Arab armies also had state-of-the-art weapons. Of course, Israel also had modern weapons supplied by the Western countries, especially the United States. But weapons alone don't help any country win a war. For example, in India and Pakistan wars, Pakistan has got almost the same quality of modern weapons like India, especially the Pakistani Air Force. But your war strategy, the manpower which uses the weapons, are are those factors that decide the outcome of a war. So, what could be the possible reasons that helped Israel win each and every war? Let's take a look into what helped Israel win every war. Welcome to Insights. This is Hari Kumar. Let's start with those factors that helps every country to win a war. The most important factor is the war doctrine. The war doctrine includes your tactics, the strategy, and the implementation part. Then comes the intelligence network. Here is one area where Israel is unparalleled. So look at the intelligence setup, Mossad especially of Israel. They are the numero uno. So that is another area which helps Israel win the war. The third is the implementation part, which is a continuation of the war doctrine, and the precision weapons of Israel help them to win their target. That is the most important thing. Let's start with the war doctrine. In the current war, for the ongoing war with Israel on one side and Hamas, Hezbollah, Iraq, Iran, then Houthis, etc. on the other side. Now, almost a year ago, when Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel, everybody thought Israel has been finally humiliated because the Hamas took almost 100 people from Israel as hostages and they returned without much opposition. Israel couldn't foresee that an attack was coming, and this was pointed out as the failure of the famed, much extolled intelligence network of Israel. But the subsequent events proved that what Hamas thought, the strategy of Hamas, was an utter failure, and the Hamas leadership has been decimated. The organization itself has been decimated, and Israel used this opportunity to finish off the other rival Hezbollah also. So the strategy of Israel has always been disproportionate retaliation. For example, if you take out one tooth of Israel, then Israel will take out all your teeth. The retaliation won't end there. They will cut off your nose, they will cut off your ears, they will gouge out your eyes, and eventually you would regret for taking out a teeth of Israel. So this is their war strategy that is disproportionate. In history, there was only one person who followed this strategy. That was Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was a Shamanite, a Buddhist invader who was never defeated in a war. He used to set ablaze all the countries where he attacked. He would kill each and every living being that came in front of him. And there was fear in the minds of each and every ruler, each and every king. So nobody even thought of fighting a war with Genghis Khan. Israel is almost on the same lines. They won't start the war. If you look at the wars fought by Israel, not even a single war was started by Israel. They all began as a retaliation for an attack. And the retaliation was so devastating that the enemy will always remember it. Countries like Saudi Arabia and Egypt, which are big countries, they have now entered into peace treaties with Israel. They have realized the futility in fighting a war with Israel and losing their precious resources and manpower. Anyway, Israel is not going to attack them. This is their logic. So that has did them in good state. And all the countries have been benefited out of peace treaties. So this time also the same thing happened. Actually, Hamas did a very foolish act by attacking Israel. You look at their leadership. Hamas leadership, the supreme leader of Hamas, Yahya Sinwar, has been killed. And other leaders of Hamas also have been decimated. I have read some reports that say that around 15 leaders of Hamas and Hezbollah has been finished off. So Israel has proved that if you trouble them, they will trace you and take you down. No doubt about that. So that is the strategy of Israel. That is the war doctrine of Israel. Their intelligence setup, you look at the intelligence setup of Israel. You know, during that, when Anwar Sadat was and before that Gamal Abdul Nasser were the presidents of Egypt, one of their closest aides named Ashraf Marwan, he was the son-in-law of Nasser, and he was later identified as a double agent. He was a spy of Israel. Similarly, this time, there are reports that many of the generals of Iran are actually spies of Israel. So their network is unparalleled, unmatchable. They know each and everything that is happening in Iran. It was certain reports said that the death of Iran's hardliner president Ibrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash earlier this year was actually planned by Israel. And the recent attacks carried out by Israel in Iran have completely destroyed the air defense systems of Iran, leaving the country vulnerable to even ordinary fighter jets. So this is the way Israel carries out their attack. They pinpoint, they are very specific about it. And it is their precision weapons that help Israel to carry out such attacks. You look at the attacks carried out by Israel, and they are not causing much damage to others. Just they finish off the targets. This is what is happening. Israel has, in the last couple of years, Iran has lost many of their top generals. That includes Qasim Soleimani, and his deputy also has been killed. All those killings were done with the help of precision weapons. Of course, the United States also participated in some of such attacks. So what I say is that Israel has got a definite plan, and they are implementing the plan ruthlessly, and Iran is left with no choice. Iran's elite forces are being targeted. For example, the Quds division of Revolutionary Guards. The Revolutionary Guards of Iran is itself an elitist force which gets special training, and Iran compares them to US Marines. Of course, we know that comparison is far-fetched. Now, let's look at what the opponents of Israel are doing. They are actually banking on their ideology, Islam, radical Islam. So they think they work on notions that an Islamic fighter is more committed. Like Pakistan used to say that one Muslim fighter is equivalent to 8 Hindu fighters. So such fallacies have been spread among their fighters, and they think that they will easily win each and every war. But what happens is that they end up as flies to lantern boys, like Shakespeare said. Now, they get easily defeated. They lack the proper intelligence system. They lack proper planning. And another important factor is the autocracy that exists in organizations like Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran. You know, only a democratic country where there is internal unity can win a war. Iran has been a divided nation for the last few years. You know, after the protest against hijab in Iran, Iran has been facing a large number of uprisings. They are responding to the uprisings by implementing Sharia and increasing suppression. They suppress their women, and the women come out in protest. Many of you may be remembering the protest against hijab, which was led by one lady named Mahisa Amni. And the same is there with Hamas and Hezbollah also. These are not democratic organizations. But you look at Israel. There is space for opposition in Israeli politics. Israel may be very harsh to their enemies, but within their country, there is democracy, there is freedom of opinion, there is freedom to dissent, and this creates a balanced society. This helps them to introspect, to find their weakness, to correct their weakness. But those who fight Israel think that they are superior and they can defeat Israel easily. They believe in their faith. They think that their faith will save them in each and every war. Poor guys, they come and they become fodder for Israeli weapons. And another factor is the development of research and technology in Israel. So Israel is, on the one hand, Israel is a country that has recorded huge scientific progress. You got Israeli citizens, Israel got powerful friends outside Israel. Then, of course, the last part of it is the solid support being given to Israel by their Western friends. And Israel has gained new friends also. For example, at present, India is one of the strongest friends of Israel. India has even supplied ammunition to Israel. India has not done that in the past. So, on the one hand, Israel has been able to maintain their strong friendship with Western countries. They built new friendship. Their diplomacy has won many new friends. The UN has become powerless. International pressure on them has decreased. So they fight war on multiple fronts. Their strategies have helped them to win each and every war. They learn the lessons very well and they implement it. No wonder Israel is winning each and every war. That's for now. Meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye.